Welcome back to Chef K Academy. Subscribe to my channel. Today class, we are going to be looking at formatting text. Formatting text can draw the reader's attention to a specific part of a document and emphasize important information. In Word, you have several options for adjusting text, including the font size, the font color, the bold, italic, underline, text highlight, and font color. So all of these I just listed here, they are the format text. So these are the stuff that we'll be using to format our text. So let's get into it and let me show you how to format your text. So now I already have my word type. I will go to my file and I will click on open. So I'll open this file. If I can't get it here, I can click on my browse and locate where I've saved the file. Or if I save it on my OneDrive, I can open my OneDrive and get the file from there. So I can easily find my document I want to format or my open. Then click on it. So automatically my text will open. So these are the text that I want to format. That is, I want this text to be more readable and more understandable by the reader. So the first we have here, we have the input and output device. So now this text is already bold, and I can remove the bold. Let's start again. So let's assume you just type a text like this. You just finish typing a text like this and you want to format it. So we say formatting simply involve bold, italic, underline, change font size and change fonts and change font color, increase and decrease fonts. So those stuff that I just mentioned, they are the formatting of our text. So we'll be applying it. So how do we format text? So today we're looking at the font group. Inside the font group, we'll be formatting our text. Now, first of all, we have our input, which is the title or the heading of our document, the input and output device. So we're actually talking about the input and output device here. So this input and output device, we are going to format it to be very bold, or you press Ctrl B on your keyboard. By using keyboard, you can press Ctrl B, or you click on your font group and click on bold. Automatically, it will bold. And now we need to increase the size of this input and output device. Here our default size that we have on our word or on our text is 11, so we can click here to increase the font size to 18 or 20. You can increase it, and also you can come beside the increase inside the font size by selecting the font. That's it. That is to change the look or the handwriting of that text. So we have a variety of text that we can use here, and also you can also click on the search bar to search for the font that you are looking for. Maybe you want to use New Times New Roman. You see, automatically to bring it for you. Then you can click on it, then it will apply it on it. So we have formatted this text and we have bold it, and also we want to change the heading color. You can come to this place here where we have font color. Here we have varieties of color that we can use to change, to format our text. And if you can't find your color here, you can click here and see more color. To get more color, you can click on it. So from here you can format the kind of color you want to use. So the kind of color that you want to use, or you come here and click on custom color. You can also get your color here, and if you have your color number or your color code, you can easily input the number of the color that you want to use here. I have 11 by 57 by 57. Then here I can give it 68. So I want this kind of color. Then automatically I'll press OK. So now I have the color on my input and output device. And also we want to change the input device, which is the subhead. Want to increase the font size? No, we give this 11 and 20. We want to give this 14. So while you select it, you see this will pop out. So what we have here is also what we have here, which means you can also format from this place, or you format from your home menu. So now we click here to select 14 to bold, then click on bold, or press Ctrl B on our keyboard to bold, and then we can change the font color and give it red. So now under we have the subtitle content, which is the definition of input device. So you can select it. Some of us don't know how to select. You place your mouse, your cursor here, hold your left click and drag it like this till you select the whole word you want to select it. So you can go to your font size and you give it 12, and you can leave it like this, and you can also italic. You want it to be italic. If you want to remove italic, click on it again, it will be removed. So the next one we have formatted this heading to 14 and we have bolded it. So the same thing applied to this. So in this case, instead of me coming to inputs and to the output device and select it, bold it, and then change the font color, bold it, and increase the font size, you know, I can easily apply what we call format painter. I think we have done this before. So now I need to use my format painter on this. I'll select this, then I'll click on format painter. If I should come here now, then I'll select what I want to use it for. Automatically it will apply the format of this input device to output device. If I still need the same font size and the same font color on this memory, all I have to do is to select the text you want to use the format, then click on format painter, then select align the text you want to apply it on. Automatically it will align. So which means I'm copying the features of this text to this other text. So that is the function of my format painter. I think we have done this before in our previous class. So let's move on. I've changed this to 12, and this also has to change to 12. All I have to do is to highlight it, or you place your cursor at the beginning of the sentence, then hold your Ctrl Shift down arrow. Automatically it will select, then come to my font size, then give it 11, and also I can format it to be underline or to be italic. You see, then I can decide to apply underline on this text by press Ctrl U, or you press U on your keyboard. You can also select this one. You can see we have memory of computer, we have capital M and others, they are in small letter. So in this case, the format or the function that we are going to use here, we call it change case. You can see we have our change case here. If you click on change case, we have sentence case, that is to turn all the text to a sentence case like this. And we also have the lower case, that is to turn everything to a lower case. We have the uppercase, everything should be in capital letter. Then we have a capital H word, that is N, O, and C should be in capital letter. And here we have toggle case, I see the first letter should be in small letter. So the shortcut for this is Shift F3 to uppercase, sentence case, and capital H word, then uppercase. So we shift Ctrl we use Shift F3 to change the case of this text of this heading, or you come to your font. Under your font you have change case. You can change the case to any case you want to use. You want to use your lower case, you can change it there. So here I will put this to uppercase. Now let's move on. You can see the size of this is different from the size of this. You can see here I have my input and output device 20 and news time roamer times I will call that place away. So now let's move on. Here you can see we have applied different format to this text. The format we apply here, we apply font format, which is Times New Roman. Then the font size, make it 20, and we make it bold, and we also change the font color. So here we didn't change the font, we only increase it, we bold it, and also italic. So the next one here, we only increase the font size, and if you come under the same function that applied to this input is the same function that apply to the output and also the memory. So when you come to this place now, we only increase the font size and what we give it italic. Are you with me? So on this case, so you can see the font size of this is different from the font size of this. So we need to change the font size of all of this by what? Selecting it, memory unit, give it 11, or you can use your, we have what we call beside our font size. You can see the list of font size we have here is what? Is 70, and if you want this to be more than 17, we're going to be using our increase in font size. You see I have 100. If I want to reduce this, I will use my decrease font size by pressing this, or I use my keyboard by pressing Ctrl Shift less than to decrease, and Ctrl Shift greater than to increase font size. I'm going to 12, so I'll leave it for 12. Are with me? Then cost per bit of storage. This cost per bit of storage, I'm going to give it 12, and we are going to change the font color of this to blue. We are going to hold this. Are you with me? And also you can increase this font size to 12. Type of memory, also heading. So we need to copy this heading by what? Highlighting the heading, click on Format Filter, then scroll down to where you want to apply it, then you select all of this. We have the format of all of that. And also if I still want the format of this one that we apply italic, I can also highlight it, then click on Format Filter, then I'll come to my computer memory. It's of two type. I'll select them together. Automatically it will be italic, like so. Are you with me? So this is how we format our text. And also maybe I'm reading through this document and I want this particular paragraph to be sharpened a lot. I will use what we call text align. That is to align this sentence for me. Or maybe as I'm reading I want to make a pause somewhere, then I can select this place here, that is to indicate that I stop here, or to give important notice to the reader. And with me, I can also select some information there, then come to my text highlight, then highlight it. Maybe I want to make some corrections there, or I can also, maybe I need to remove this character, I can select it. I will use what we call strike through. Are with me? So that's to cancel. And if you come here, we have 210 or 1024. So we need to superscript this 10 by highlighting it and click on Superscript, which is the upper, which is a raised to power. Then script subscript is the base of 2, then the upper of 2. If you want to remove it, make sure you select it, click on it again, it will be removed. So that's how we apply script and what? Subscript. I believe we understood all of this. So this is how we format our text. So in our next class, we'll be looking at the paragraph formatting. That is, how do I bring my heading to the middle, and how do I make my file or my text to be more readable and more sensitive to read. So thank you. See you in the next class. God bless you.